Hey guys, so today I'm gonna have my 4 or 5 minutes talking about uh, love and more specifically self-love. Some of you know that my uh, chapter in the book Visionary Male Leaders, the book you see behind me, is dedicated to self-love and my journey towards it, going through the hardest periods of my life. And I'm gonna have tomorrow Facebook and LinkedIn Live. We're going to be Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube with love coach and matchmaker Eva Kuleva. So whoever is listening here is from Bulgaria. Tomorrow, 4:30 Bulgarian time, we're going to have it for an hour. We're going to talk about love and how to actually learn how to love ourselves unconditionally. And I just wanted to tease you a little bit here with this live, talking about that and how I actually realized what is love for me. And tomorrow we are gonna go in depth with that, and we are gonna have also her opinion. So one of the things which I realized is that when we talk about love, we talk about love as a concept. It's like we need to love someone. It's like given there, and I love my mother, father, sister, brother, girlfriend, husband, whatever, children, and we talk more about concept like love, but there is no this substance which I started seeing in my life several years ago when I was realizing that okay, if I love someone, how how can I actually exercise that? In what way I can exercise love so I know that it's there, and I it becomes deeper and deeper and more versus just this concept which fades away. And throughout the journey I went through different practices I was doing, and most of the practices I was hearing is like you're gonna give yourself a present, or you're gonna go to a vacation, or a nice bath or nice dinner, and all of these things, they are okay, but in some way that was not enough for me. It felt like it's like we're giving like a something to ourselves, like caring to ourselves when we do that, but it doesn't feel like love for me. And then I went through another layer, and I realized that what love means for me is like, when do you know that when people truly love you? You know that when you screw up and they're still with you, right? And then I wanted to translate that for myself. If I show myself love in the hardest moments, when I fail, when I make mistakes, when I don't know what I do, when I'm lost, then I can really truly trust myself that I love myself. So I said that for me, the standard of love towards myself is that I love and I'm compassionate towards myself in the middle, in the midst of my personal failure, a big personal failure. And this is the moment, guys, because when you're when you win, when everything is all right, it's very easy to love yourself, like to say, okay, I love you and everything. But when you're in these hard situations, this is the moment you're gonna show truly to yourself, and you're gonna trust yourself. The biggest problem for us is that we don't trust ourselves, and we don't feel that we are with us when we are in the hardest place. And that's why we are looking for people to do that for ourselves, because we don't know how to do it for ourselves. But learning that is the biggest win we can do when it comes to love. So there are many different exercises you can do, but for me the biggest is when I make mistake, I just stay with myself and I just say, okay, that's all right, everything is all right, you made a mistake, that's all right, so let's go to the next one. Let's just see what we can learn from that and move on. And another thing is, I learned this exercise when I went through the course the last several months, and I'm really grateful to JP Morgan. He's the author of that. That all the negative judgments towards ourselves and the world, they are there for us because we can grow from that place. We can grow, and we did these things and we think these things towards ourselves because at some point we realized we thought that this is going to help us in our life and maybe helped us. So first of all, realizing our innocence, that when we believe something bad, like I'm stupid or I'm ugly and I'm not capable of doing something, this is not because we hate ourselves, but because we love ourselves. And at some point in our life, we decided that if we believe that, that's going to help us to survive. Realizing that and forgiving to ourselves that we believe that, and then choose what to believe from that point, it's a great, amazing way to show love to ourselves, towards ourselves. So all in all, what we want to learn from what I'm saying right now is it's all right that you make mistakes, that you fail, that you believe certain negative things about yourself. You can forgive that because there is some reason for all these things to exist, and then decide from that point what you really want to do, how you want to see yourself and other people, what's your next steps out of this learning. Because the biggest problem is that we judge ourselves negatively for everything which we have, which is not perfect, and that's why we go into an inner conflict for that, and then we create hate. We create hatred, and we don't want that. We want to love ourselves fully, unconditionally, in this very moment, with all the attributes we have. And then we can choose what to do from that point on. This is a learning which, if you do that every single time when you feel inadequate, you're gonna feel that you have your back, and you're gonna trust yourself that no matter what, you're gonna be there for you.